What's down? What's down? What's down, man? Crypto Jeezy. We back in the building. And I got who the people been asking for. The chat's been going crazy. This is like one of the, I don't know, you ain't hide the man, bro. Like, I'm just trying to see. Go ahead and introduce yourself, man.
Well, I'm JR from out the 15 Ward, Chris Mahomes to be exact, you know.
So, straight to the point. Who is Terence Gangster Civilian Williams to you?
That's my big cousin.
Okay.
If you want, get technical with it, that's my second cousin. That's my mama cousin. His mom is my mama auntie. His mom is my mama. But his mama is my grandma's sister. My mama.
Okay, so y'all, if you really want to say y'all cousins on the mama side, not on the daddy side.
Yeah, nah.
So with that saying, you have no kind of relationship, kind of dealings with baby.
Nah,
okay.
Not at all.
So that killed the questions of people asking that. Okay. So how was it knowing, the names he had in the streets around that time, knowing that was your cousin? How was that for you?
Really, like he used to always tell us when we was younger, you know what I'm saying? Never let nobody know we related to him. So all the stuff he did in the streets, he never brought it to us on our side of the river, but he had a lot of people he had some, run-ins with off our side of the river, you understand? So that's why he probably always used to tell us, don't tell nobody we can't come.
He was a smart man. Just hearing that let you know he was already 10 steps ahead. So was it ever a time where like you was probably at school or you probably in the hood with your partners or something and you just heard somebody just bashing him as far as he done probably did something to their family members or they just was hating and you were like, man, that's my fucking cousin.
I done heard it plenty of times, people just, saying slick shit about him and everything. I'm just sitting back just looking like, man, you just don't know that's my big cousin, But like he always told us, don't ever let nobody know you related to me.
When he told you that at that age and time, which I don't know, I know it was in your younger days. Cause did you understand it then? It took a while for you to understand why he was thinking like that.
I heard about all the stuff he was doing in the streets and everything. At a young age, I'm like, damn, man, my big cousin doing all that. And so I really understood why, he wanted to protect his family.
Okay.
Okay,
so, all right. So you already had kind of like a understanding on, so that's telling us, with that being said, you was already out in the streets a little bit, understanding how things move. Okay, cool.
You got to understand, man. My brother, he ran the streets.
Okay.
So it was a lot of things I just picked up just observing. Then I got another big cousin. He ran the streets. So being around them, coming up, you just sit back and observe and just look and pay attention. And that's what I was a more observant person because my mama always taught me, pay attention to your surroundings. My grandpa always said, pay attention to your surroundings. Don't, the most, how my grandpa used to put it to me? He used to say, you'll learn a lot just by being quiet.
Right. That's smart man now. Okay, so, was you ever they said I can't say because I wasn't uptown or nothing. I never had a chance to even run into him till after the feds. Was you able to because he was known for having a lot of cars. Was you able to cuz, let me see the car. Let me go get my stun on.
Look, I was young, so only car that I drove, because it was always parked by my mama's house, was the Benz.
Okay.
And I took that one day because I washed it. I'm like, shit, I'm about to drive this.
Yeah.
I took it, man. What did I? That's a big body on Brawlers. Man, ooh, I jumped in that bad boy. I had to be 17 or 18 when I did that. So you just picture a 17, 18-year-old just riding the whole big body Benz by itself, you know what I'm saying? Shit, and I was getting all kind of, hey, what's up? Hey, what's going on? That's JR right there. Look at JR. I'm like, shit, I felt it good.
Did he ever find out about that?
I told him.
Oh, okay. He wasn't tripping.
Nah, he said, man, the first thing he said, because I called him and told him, he said, man, your mama know you took the car?
Right, okay.
I said, no. She said, boy. He just bust out laughing.
That's what's up. That let you know he was all for letting you, because he was a stunner. He was all about letting the family stunt.
Man, big cousin ain't never used to trip. I remember at one point in time, because back in the day, I used to, get loaded and shit. I guess word got back to him. I remember this day he came saw me one night. This when he had just got his white Z28. I'm talking about this still had stickers on there and everything. And he came and told me. He says, hey, cuz, bro, stop what you're doing, bro. Get your education. Graduated from high school. Then he said, matter of fact, you graduated from high school, I'm gonna buy you a car. I remember them days. I remember him telling me that. But you know, that just let me know he really cared about his people.
So did you graduate?
Yeah, I graduated.
Did he get the car?
He was in the feds when I got graduated.
Ooh.
Yeah, he was in the feds.
And one thing I could say for me knowing him now, we know one thing, and that's your cousin. You should know if he said it's good as law.
Yeah, I already know.
Yeah. So this is a question that I wanted to ask you before we shoot to, him being in the feds. You said you had your brother that was in the streets doing this thing, you had a cousin and he had what everybody know is Terence Gangster Williams. Did him living that life, did that kind of wanted you to like follow in those footsteps? Like, man, I won't be like my cousin or something?
Man, this is the reason why I wanted to hustle. One night him and Mosquito came by. I told him like they was fly, you know what I'm saying? They were fly, but they had these watches on. The watches caught my attention. Mm-hmm. It was some kind of watch that it'll lift up. Like it was something that was covering the face, but on the outside it had like rubies in it. You know what I'm saying? I was like, damn, how do niggas get that? You know what I'm saying? And I'm just looking like, damn, these niggas got baddies on, you know, I think they probably had on polos or something, but they was fresh. Like, damn, I don't know what they doing shit. I don't know what type of money they get.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Man, my cousin was the first dude I saw beside the rappers to wear Versace.
Yeah.
Man, and he ain't nothing like them tennis not even wearing. Nah, he had the hard bottom Versace shoes on, nice button down shirt, some shorts. Man, this nigga getting his money from. You know what I'm saying? So like that's besides him, and then seeing the money my brother was making in the streets, like shit, what they done, that's where it's at. So fuck, I started hustling.
Okay, so it became like a family thing.
It's a family thing.
Yeah.
That's literally a family thing, dog.
Okay, so you said by the time you finally graduated, he was in the feds.
Yeah.
Hearing what took place of him going to the feds, how did you feel about that? What was your thoughts?
I always got this in my mind. This always been embedded in my mind. If you're ready to deal with the consequences of your actions, hey, go forward. So, whatever my cousin was doing in the streets, I guess he was ready to deal with the consequence that came with it. You know what I'm saying? So that's all part of the street life.
Did it affect you, or did it make you want to like, now I got to step to the plate for cuz or something?
When you went to the feds, bro, it kind of affected me a little bit because I'm like, damn, here's another one who done left. Because my sister had just died, I think my cousin went to the feds in 98, 97, 98. Mm-hmm. And my sister had just died in 96. And that was really like, before he came and saw me that night, at my sister's funeral, that was really like the last time I had saw him, you know what I'm saying? And so, I'm like, damn, another one gone.
Man, I can feel that. So, now, TikTok, he's home. And, they got things are saying in the streets of they putting, labels on his name and saying he did this and that. Well, we already know what the stuff is. How do you feel about that? Did it make you like look at it differently, or you like, man?
No, at the end of the day, that's my cousin. No matter what, the same blood run through him, run through me. I don't care what nobody say because he still will be my cousin. I ain't gonna disown him,
Right?
Because I feel as though like this. That man waited 20-some years to even say something. Anything. Then he say something on his dead partners. So I really don't consider that as ratting because he ain't sent nobody to jail. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. All right. So moving on, we want to touch that. I just want to touch it, but this interview is about you. We're going to get straight to the, you know what I'm saying? I had to get it, get you comfortable, and I think you're comfortable now.
Yeah,
JR, you said you did how much time?
I did 10 years and what? I think 10 years, 8 months.
Well, that's your cousin. You did 11 years. You did 11 years. Let you do that, man.
All right, no.
Boy, that's your cousin, boy. Y'all ain't gonna take them other months, boy.
Nah. You ain't about to get after us either.
Yeah, I feel it now, but he said that's your cousin. But what was you want to talk on what you went for? And
I know this question will come sooner or later.
Yeah, we want to know.
I was in prison for robbing banks.
Okay.
Not one bank, a couple of banks.
That's your cousin. Okay, so we see the apple don't fall too far from the tree. Okay, so most people, this is a good question that I want to ask because this kind of happened with me. Did that 10 years kind of like give you a wake up call on, man, I need to change how I'm moving, or you know what I'm saying? Or it's just like you did your time and that's it.
Oh, it changed. I changed. Because I couldn't go back to doing the same thing. You know what I'm saying? It's stupid on me. Come back out, just give you people 10 years of my life, come back out and start doing something stupid again and right back up in there. Nah, that wouldn't happen.
So, was it just the jail that changed you, or you experienced anything in particular that kind of like was a wake up call?
Yeah. Well, I thought like the night I got shot, this happened, when it happened, July 9th, 2005. I think dude would come jack me because I was out there hustling, you know what I'm saying? I'm just out there hustling, like going about my normal day. I thought dudes would come jag me, you know what I'm saying? Nah, dudes came around there just hitting. Like they were trying to get rid of me. Man, I got hit 11 times. I got bullet holes all up and down my body. Got a bullet stuck in my side, got a zip on my stomach and everything, you know what I'm saying? So, like I always tell people, man, there's consequences in the streets. If you're ready to deal with them consequences, you know what I'm saying? Shit, you all go for it. If you ain't ready to deal with them consequences, get your ass up out them streets.
Was you being shot before the 10 years or after?
Dude, before I got locked up.
So you got shot 11 times and then you went did 10 years.
Yeah.
So after all that putting together, that's when it was the wake up call during the time we seen.
During that time, and then being away from my kids, you know what I'm saying? I like, man, I can't, then I said, I can't hear my family no more. I got to come home and do what's right.
I can feel that. So, today, what can we expect from JR now? What's the JR out here back in the days was jacking and hustling and, you know what I'm saying, and beef. Now, what after 10 years of doing time, what's going on with the new JR?
Man, I'm just trying to just strive to stay focused and just be positive about everything I do, man. I'm just trying to just keep moving forward, I got my CDLs and everything, so I really want to get this trucking thing started. That's my end goal, to run my own business, put it like that.
Sounds about right. Okay, so before closing, you know what I'm saying, I don't want to take up too much of time. Use another one. I just had Hot Boy Gator here, drove all the way from Shreveport. You done made the trip all the way from another part of Texas. We ain't gonna elaborate too much where it's at. But is there anybody, you want to send shots out to? You're kind of famous in the chat. Everybody know your name,
man,
where you coming from.
I'm going to shout out everybody in the chat. Everybody who I holler at, everybody who holler at me. I want to shout out my family over there in the 15. Everybody know us. And, everybody just stay focused and just do what you got to do, you know what I'm saying? Just keep whatever you can think, you can achieve it. You know what I'm saying? That's my motto. If you can think it, you can achieve it.
So what about your favorite in the chat? Is there anybody's particular?
Man, all the women in the chat, my favorite. I ain't got no favorite. I like them all.
Okay, all right.
You know what I'm saying?
So we're going to leave it at that, man. Thank you for coming out. I appreciate the time, bro. They wanted this interview. They got it. I told you, y'all in the chat, y'all say something, we're going to make it happen.
Right. Shout out to my boy Sam, though. Sam Eyes, man. Believe
shout
that.
Him, yep.
Him and Dr. Eugene. Shout out to them. Big Lou, Dr. Lou, Danielle, Peachy. Let me see who else. Treasure, Mahogany.
Hold on.
Yeah, I'm shouting out to all of them. Let me see who else hollered at me. Big V. I don't miss nobody.
Not the little one.
Not the little V, the big V, you heard me? Let me see who else. If I missed you, I'm sorry, baby.
You forgot Dana the body?
A spin?
A spin around. Do it slow. Let them get a nice look so they can take it in. Might have some little vultures. Okay. All right.
Oh, Dana. Oh, Lord have mercy. Dana.
I ain't taking this part out.
Dana, baby. Get at me. I'm in the city near you. I told you I was coming.
All right, y'all. Y'all have it. A sit down with none other than JR, the cousin of Terence Gangsta Williams. And that's a wrap.